Hi guys, it's me again. I had to put a sweater on because, well, not a sweater, but like a gilet because it's quite chilly in my apartment and I'm freezing. And I thought, oh my god, I have to put something else on. I don't want to get a cold. So this is the second video for today. The first one I just uploaded after like 2 hours of trying to get it saved and uploaded. That was an ordeal. The things I do for you, the things I do for you. And so now I wanted to talk about Meghan again because that's all anybody wants to talk about anyway. I mean, what's up with that? Like, I mean, I do other videos on politics, some law stuff. I'm trying to branch out a little bit. Nobody's bothering with me in my other videos. That's not very cool, you guys. It's not very cool. You have to support the whole channel so that the whole thing grows. Look at the other stuff. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, etc. I need some hot water. This is hot water. 2 seconds. Ooh, I have to hide from YouTube. YouTube as the algorithms on YouTube. I say this every video, I know, but it waits until the very most inconvenient moment to put in the ads. I don't know if they put ads in the video before this one. I noticed that I didn't see any ads, and maybe I've been complaining, and they're just like, okay, you don't want ads, no ads, okay? I don't know, but I'm talking too much. I need to get to the point. So someone said, let me digress a little bit more. Someone said to me the other day, and this was a friend, this is somebody who has been um, supporting the channel. She says, I ramble too much. Do you agree with her? If you do, tell me in the comments because I do ramble. I do ramble. But I kind of like think it's part of my charm, as I get older now. Those old people who they're like very, very interesting because they ramble. I feel like I'm becoming that person gradually every day, and it's just like to me so funny and cute. But she was just like, no, you ramble too much, just get to the point. We don't care about our little side notes and so on. So yeah, anyway, you guys, Meghan's spectacular climb to the top. I just did yesterday a new post where I talked about or spoke about, what's better, talked about, or I think spoke about is more elegant, for all my former English students. Spoke about. So I spoke about Meghan's spectacular climb to the top and the fact that I believe the best is yet to come. And why did I do that? Because as I was scrolling through the internet, just looking at stuff, not the internet, but YouTube, I scrolled through YouTube and I saw this one video and it was with, oh, it sounds like a young person. The voice is young and it's not American and it's not British. There's an accent there. I don't know where. But it had quite a few views, much more than my channel. Everybody has more views than my channel. I know I say that all the time. Am I jealous? Yes, of course I'm jealous. Of course I'm jealous because I work really hard on my videos. Why is everybody else like, and I'm back here just looking at everything, as per usual, right? So yes, I'm bitter, okay? I am bitter about it. That said, I digress. So this woman with an accent, it was a young person. She had this video where she said, on Meghan's spectacular rise and fall. Apparently, Meghan has risen stratospherically, and then she's had this precipitous drop to the bottom. And it seems that what this YouTuber is suggesting is that the top for Meghan was on her wedding day because there were all these sort of animations and images of Meghan's wedding day when she married Harry, to show the rise, the spectacular rise. And then she was showing Meghan's cooking show and Meghan cutting the chives or whatever in the trailer. And apparently this is Meghan's precipitous fall, her spectacular rise and fall, from grace. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting, the way they look at things. Is this person really convinced of what she's saying? Or is it just to get clicks on YouTube. And I concluded it's to get clicks on YouTube because she gets, I think the last I saw of her video, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've seen many different videos. I think she was like in a 25,000 range of views, which was very impressive. I mean, I've never in my life, the day I get 25,000 views on a video, I think I would have to appear nude to get that. I mean, I don't see how I get that, on this platform. But people get it routinely. So there was this woman, and so Meghan Spectacular, um, and it wouldn't be for the right reasons. It's not like I'm saying that I'm so gorgeous nude that I would get all these views. I mean, it's quite the opposite. You know what I mean? But why am I talking about that today? Stop it. Stop it. Um, I thought this YouTuber was funny because to me, the idea, first of all, that your pinnacle in your life is the day you get married. Maybe actually, I don't know. I mean, is that true? I mean, is it all downhill from there? Like you get married and then it's downhill, or is it you get married and you continue up to the pinnacle? I mean, because to me that would be quite sad to think that as a woman, um, the pinnacle of my life would be my wedding day, rather than that being the start of perhaps the most interesting chapter in my life, where I just, keep climbing. And then the pinnacle, what would be the pinnacle? I don't even know at this point. I think I've already peaked. I've never married, so it's not my wedding day. That, my peak was not my wedding day. Um, it was a non-peak peak. I I'm like, that movie with Jennifer Aniston, Failure to Launch? That would be me, okay? And so now I'm in my downward spiral. So I don't know, but I cannot imagine, quite seriously, that the pinnacle of my life would be my wedding day, you know? Um, to me, that would be more of a beginning of a chapter. And I think for Meghan, it very much is that way, is that the day she married her husband, and this wasn't her first marriage, so it's not like, she was waiting in the wings like some of us, like some, what do you call this, the wallpaper or whatever, waiting for someone to validate her. She had already been married and divorced, and this was a second marriage, and so she's used to, being a wife, okay? And so this was a new chapter, and then from that, she's building a life with her husband. And I think I said in the article, which is in the community section, you've got to start checking out the community section, because I think I'm writing some pretty good articles over there. At least I'm trying. And I said in that article that if Meghan has peaked already and she's had a pinnacle, I would think it would be the day that she and Harry became parents, for the second time, so their two children, perhaps. But I don't see it that way. I see Meghan as, continuing to climb. She's 43 years old. I mean, hopefully she lives to 100. She's not even halfway there yet, and so there's so much for her to do yet. So I don't think she's peaked. But the idea, though, that I wanted to address, that the idea that marrying into the British royal family for this American actress was somehow some kind of peak is a little bit, it's very reductive in a way, because I feel like, what did she really gain from, I mean, that experience? I mean, she has her husband, with or without his title, she has her husband. Like anyone else who's married, they have their husband for what it's worth, right? But the idea that, she was living in not cut, give me a break. Not cut, apparently when Oprah saw not cut, she was just like, this is where you live? Oprah could not believe it. It was like, this is where you live? When you imagine wherever Oprah lives in Montecito and Hawaii and all her other homes in Georgia and, her mansions. And she's just like, not cut. Apparently it's this little 2x4 where, very basic, I mean, it's a home, it's a shelter, but it's not exactly a pinnacle of anybody's experience. On the contrary, right? And from there they graduated to Frogmore Cottage, which was later confiscated by King Charles and the rest of that posse over there. But it doesn't seem that Frogmore was any more of a prize. I mean, it was on the grounds of a burial ground, for God's sake. I mean, look, burial grounds, God bless everybody who has. Okay, why do you keep doing this? I need you to stay comme ça, okay? Okay? Voila, you can do like a little bit like this, but that's it. Um, Frogmore, I digress, I'm sorry. Frogmore was shelter as well, and it seems like they put millions of dollars into renovations and so on. So it wasn't like they weren't exactly slumming. But at the same time, I mean, it was on the grounds of a burial ground, you guys, like with all these decaying heads and you know these corpses all over the place. I mean, this is a pinnacle. This is a pinnacle. No, I think that, moving away to Montecito, California, notwithstanding all those wildfires, I mean, I personally would probably move to Montana, Utah. I need my snow. I would have gone for the snow in winter. Oh my gosh, you guys, what is better? I digress. What is better than a snowy winter? And you wake up in the morning and you have like glass walls looking out onto your property because you're rich, right? You're rich. There's a reason that God did not make me rich because let me tell you something. I would be living in Montana, Colorado, Utah, one of those states, in the woods somewhere, right? And in the winter time, I have glass walls and I wake up in the morning in my kitchen and the marble topped counter and my cabinets are white with glass and I'm making coffee. And I look out and there's like snow. And then I look out and there's like a deer in the snow. And oh, okay. They moved to Montecito. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The mansion Chateau Riven. Is it Riven or Riven? Is it en français ou quoi? Dites-moi, s'il te plaît. S'il vous plaît. Well, they live in a chateau. Beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. Pine trees, cypresses, swimming pool, 14 bedrooms, mountain views near the ocean. This is a beautiful life. And if it was not for the fires and earthquakes, I mean, I would be there myself, maybe as my second home. I need my home, my first home, my dream home is I need my snow in the winter. I need snow in the winter, right? But I'm not Meghan. Meghan's from California. She leaves Frogmore Cottage and she goes and she moves to Montecito, which to me is a huge, huge, okay, because at least there are no skeletons in my backyard, right? There are no dead people. There's no, heads without bodies and bones in my backyard. I don't have to go do archaeological. Is it archaeological? What's the word in English? Sometimes I don't even remember. Where you go digging for, whatever, fossils or whatever, right? So to me, that is, going up the ladder towards that pinnacle, right? To go from Frogmore to something like that. But this woman in the YouTube video, she made it seem like the fact that Meghan had left, oh my goodness, do I have to zip this up? That Meghan had left, the situation over in England to move to Montecito, that somehow she had this calamitous fall, you know. I just think it's just the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard, and I don't know what you think, but I really just don't see a wedding, even though it's in a castle and in a horse-driven carriage, which is nice. This is very, very nice. If I could get it with my dream man, I would take it too. No, actually, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want my wedding to be a public thing like that, actually. No, 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 no. It's just him and me, okay? Just us. I want nobody at my wedding. Um, that's selfish, I know. That's selfish. Well, my dad's gone. I mean, so, Anyway, listen, this woman who claims that Meghan had a spectacular fall because she has moved on to a cooking show, I think is absolutely ridiculous. I think you should read what I said in the article. And I think that the cooking series on Netflix is, you know, independence, autonomy, in line with who Meghan is at her core, someone who has always enjoyed food, cooking, family, friends. She had the TIG, before Harry, and she just went back to her roots. She went back to her roots. So I don't know what they're talking about, this spectacular fall. I mean, if she wants, this person who did the video wants, she can go live there with those people, and maybe they'll treat her better. Maybe she fits in better with what they perceive to be a princess, huh? But I don't think Meghan has had a spectacular fall by going back to her roots, going back to her homeland, taking her hubby, having her two beautiful children, her mom with her. To me, this is the life. I mean, this is the dream life. I mean, I just would have lived in a different state myself for my snow and to get away from those fires, but that's just me. Listen, I'm going to stop here because I feel like I'm putting my foot in my mouth and people are going to hate me for saying everything I just said about, living in California. Those Cali people are going to be upset. No offense, you guys, but I can't do it. I mean, it's a lot, right? It's a lot with these fires. Um, so yeah. Anyway, that's all for this one. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I do invite you to subscribe. This is hot water, you guys, because my throat needs to be soothed all the time. Yeah, so subscribe if you are so inclined, especially if this is not your first time. It helps the channel, helps me with the algorithms, helps me to keep coming back to bore you. Some people say that I bore them and I put them to sleep, but they keep coming back and leaving comments, so you like it, right? But for me to continue to do that on a consistent basis, I need you to support this channel by subscribing, hitting the thumbs up, leaving comments, sharing the videos, hitting the notification bell, all that good stuff. Okay, my darling? Okay? Okay. So see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.